Please subscribe to the channel and stay with me. This story begins with laughter, but it doesn't end that way. They laughed when Anna chose her work husband. It was a brittle, sparkling laugh, the kind that rings out in glass-walled conference rooms and pretends to be harmless. It happened on a gray Monday morning in Hamburg, rain threading down the windows of the Hafen city offices like thin veins. The company-wide meeting had been called to announce the new head of strategy, and everyone already knew the name that would be read. They just didn't expect the choice. When the CEO asked Anna to step forward, and she didn't walk toward her actual husband, me, but instead placed her hand lightly on the arm of Marcus Vogel, the room erupted. Someone whistled. Someone clapped ironically. Not a woman from marketing laughed so hard she had to cover her mouth. "Work husband wins," a voice called out. Anna smiled, not nervously, not apologetically. It was the smile she wore when she had already made peace with being misunderstood. By noon, they were fired. But that ending took 27 years of quiet endurance to arrive. I had known Anna since we were children in Lübeck, where the Baltic wind teaches you early how to brace yourself and keep walking. Her family had lived in the shadow of a name that once meant everything, and now meant nothing. Her grandfather had founded a shipping company that was swallowed in a hostile takeover before she was born. The stories were told in fragments, always ending with silence and the sound of cutlery on plates. My family was no different. My father had been loyal to a firm that discarded him the moment the numbers dipped. He died believing integrity would be repaid if you waited long enough. I learned from him not to wait. Anna and I built our lives carefully. No spectacle, no shortcuts. When she joined Nordhofen Consulting, she worked twice as hard for half the recognition. She was precise, strategic, impossible to trap in a mistake. Marcus noticed first, not as a predator, but as a survivor. He had clawed his way up from an internship no one remembered, and he understood what it meant to be overlooked. They became inseparable at work. Late nights, shared shorthand, a rhythm that looked intimate to those who couldn't imagine collaboration without desire. The jokes started early. Work husband, work wife. Anna laughed them off at first, and then stopped laughing altogether. Her manager, Petra Klein, found it endlessly amusing. Petra had built her authority on proximity to power, not competence. She made jokes in meetings, rolled her eyes when Anna spoke, reassigned Anna's ideas to louder men. "Don't be so serious," Petra once said, when Anna confronted her privately. "If you can't take a joke, you're in the wrong industry." I watched Anna come home smaller each evening, as if the building itself shaved pieces off her. I wanted to intervene, but she asked me not to. "Not yet," she said. "Let me finish this properly." She had a plan. So did I. For months, we gathered everything. Emails forwarded late at night. Meeting recordings saved quietly. Project timelines showing how ideas migrated from Anna's notebooks to Petra's presentations. Marcus helped, not out of loyalty to Anna alone, but because he too had been promised promotions that never came. They underestimated Anna because she didn't shout. They underestimated Marcus because he didn't flatter. And they never saw me at all. By the time the board decided to restructure strategy, Anna had already mapped the company's soft underbelly, regulatory shortcuts, discriminatory practices disguised as culture, bonuses tied to falsified metrics. All legal-looking, all lethal if exposed. The day of the announcement, Petra leaned back in her chair, smug. She expected Anna to be named deputy at best. When Anna chose Marcus publicly, the laughter felt earned to them. A woman reduced to a joke. A man reduced to a prop. Anna waited until the room settled. Then she spoke. "Marcus is the only person in this department who understands the work," she said calmly, "and the only one I trust." The CEO nodded. The meeting adjourned. By 10:30, the first compliance officer arrived. By 11, the internal audit was sealed. At 11:45, Petra was called into HR. By noon, 6 people were escorted out with cardboard boxes. Their laughter evaporated into the wet air outside. Petra tried to call Anna, tried to call me, tried to call anyone who would listen. Her termination letter cited breaches she didn't even remember committing, wrapped in language she had once wielded against others. The office was silent after that. Not respectful, afraid. Anna didn't celebrate. She came home, took off her shoes, and sat on the kitchen floor like she used to when she was a girl, lay back against the cabinets. I sat with her. We didn't speak for a long time. "What if they say I slept my way here?" she asked finally. "They already did," I said. "Now they can't say anything at all." Marcus resigned a month later, his reputation intact, his dignity restored. He and Anna remained friends. The jokes never returned. Nordhafen Consulting issued a press release about organizational renewal. Petra found work elsewhere, quieter, diminished. Some lessons don't follow you when the doors close behind you. On a clear evening in early autumn, Anna and I walked along the Elbe. The cranes lit up like patient giants. She took my hand. "They laughed," she said. "They always do," I replied, "until they realize what they're laughing at." We stopped at the water's edge. The city reflected back at us, steady and unashamed. Revenge doesn't always roar. Sometimes it signs forms, schedules meetings, and waits for noon